Hi, everybody. Good morning, and welcome back to Coffee Morning Laughter. Another week, another dollar. I hope for you all. Shell, how you doing?
Tired, a bit cold. The weather's like, I don't know, the weather's been a bit, it's been
It's
cold, but then the
changing.
sun's been out. It's been a bit, yeah, been a bit different this week.
I think it's changing, yeah, and it's all right. And because of the season's changing, I don't know if any of the listeners are aware that during the week, Adele actually announced that she's got a new album coming out. And what better way for this album to drop in the winter, cuffing season, all
I
that stuff.
know, right?
Adele has a good heartbreak, in it, so people
I
can
know,
just really
I
be in
know.
their feelings, yeah. But last week, just quickly touching on last week's episode, thank you so much for everyone that wrote in, that
Mm.
listened, that called and said, it was a great episode. Thanks for the girls that were on the show last week. DJ, Janice Hilton herself, and also Bola, who's not on social media. And like I said, Bola only listens to the podcast when she's on it.
Yeah, I know, right? Shout out to Auntie Bola.
So definitely that. But this week we're back. It's just me and Michelle, and it's been a minute since it's just been us two. Okay, it's been a week and a half, but it's us. And we thought we'll come back with something a little bit light, something that we can all relate to one way or another.
Okay,
And
it's light, but it's not light, you know, Shul.
it's not light, yeah.
Ah,
True,
it's not
true
light.
stories, yeah. True, 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 true. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
light, but
It's
it's not
yeah.
light.
It's
Yeah,
light, but it's not light. And some people might hear it and be triggered, yeah. If you think I'm talking about you, I am.
we are. That wasn't even planned.
No, I'm kidding,
uh,
I'm kidding. But if you
I'm
find
not.
yourself, Michelle's not kidding because
I'm
Michelle's been
not
waiting for
kidding.
this topic, yeah. But if you find yourself, if you literally find yourself in the thread of this podcast, yeah, then it is what it is. It just might mean Michelle was thinking about you when she spoke.
Well,
So I'm
I
not
said what I
saying
said, innit?
me. Yeah, I'm not saying me because I don't want to
I
be
said what
having.
I said.
Michelle's owning it. Yeah,
Let's
I'm
get to
not.
the
I don't think
topic
I'm
so we
ready
can
to
give.
own it.
Yeah, let me open.
Go on, do it.
So
Go.
this week, me and Shield are going to be talking about kind of what happened. No, let me give back. I said basically, life is a movie, yeah. And in movies, we always have the villains and the heroes. So what
Mm.
happens when you find yourself being the villain in someone else's movie, even though you are not no villain? But it's not every day we be heroes. So what do you do when you basically when you someone's kind of felt a certain way that you've treated them badly when you know you haven't? So how do you deal with that?
Ah, is
Oh,
that question to me or is it to the multitude?
so the multitude, but let's start with you.
Ah, all right, yeah, cool. For me, honestly, and I know this is gonna sound so arrogant, yeah. And guys, don't come for me, yeah. But I say this all the time. I can bet on myself, yeah, in terms of being a good friend.
Hmm.
Facts, yeah. So, yeah, I can bet on myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like my saying
Yeah,
goes, yeah, take it to the bank and bank it.
and
Yeah.
bank it.
Because don't get me wrong, there's been people that have walked away or, relationships that have gone left, and people want to say you did something wrong. Like Michelle, I'll come straight to the point. We've got one person that we both know, yeah,
Oh yeah,
that tried to hold on to a statement that I made after their
yeah.
bad behavior. Yeah. Do you think I lost sleep over it? Legit, no. Because when we went to the court of life, yeah, and
you found
well,
you found innocent.
I was fun. I didn't even need to attend. Yeah. The judgment was made before I even attended, yeah. And this person went to the court of life clenching on to things that were not even like things. Because the rest of the group chat or the girls, they were able to say you're wrong. But the person wanted to be
Yeah.
wrong and strong. Yeah. So and me, I'm more than happy to go and stand in Trafalgar Square. Let me tell you that, yeah. I'm more than happy to go to Trafalgar Square, yeah, and state my case. You get me? Yeah. And I'm more than okay. Maybe some people don't go to Trafalgar Square. I'm more than happy to go to Stratford Westfield if that's home to use. Yeah. And yeah, and say, look,
Believe my
this
innocence. Yeah.
this is what happened, and here's the story. Because I tell you now, back to back, if I was making that, if I was telling that story, that person hasn't got nothing to stand on. So that's why you can paint me as a villain in your story, but
You're all right with that.
I'm alright with it because I've normally got a few witnesses, isn't it? So I don't really do shabby fights. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
You
somebody
pick your battles.
yeah, I pick my battles, and if I'm wrong, I always say I'm wrong. But if people
Mm.
want to go off and paint me as something, yeah, most of the time, yeah, Cheryl, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, 99% of the time it's on them and it's not on me. Like if I've done something wrong to somebody, it takes a lot. It takes a lot
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I normally mind myself to be like, you know what, yeah, I don't want to hurt people. I'm not saying that I
Yeah.
get it right all the time. I'm not saying that because sometimes I
Mm.
do things that might vex a couple of people or, shake the table a little bit.
A
But
lot.
that's only when I abuse you.
Yeah.
But majority of the time, I don't mind. Like I said, okay, what's the worst I did to you? Tell me. Yeah. What was it? Do you know what I
Who
mean?
you asking
And
me?
sometimes,
Oh,
no,
I was
no,
gonna
no,
say let's
not
start
you.
rolling it off.
Sometimes it's kind of like you got to ask them questions to them people that want to go and paint you a villain. But
Mm.
guys, listeners, yeah, don't ask those questions when you know you did the thing. We don't want no embarrassment here. I don't go saying you should have told
Yeah.
me to come and state my case here. And please don't go to Trafalgar Square if you know that you're guilty. Yeah, start off with Barking Road. That's it. Yeah, that's my take. Sure. What are you saying?
I don't know. Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna. I think as a listener, and you could probably tell, I feel a bit scarred because I know there's one particular friend that I had growing up that
Yeah.
we were really really close, and then basically she just, when I say chopped, locked me off, yeah, but
Yeah.
chopped me off, and it was really really harsh, and I still feel quite scarred about it now, if I'm
I
honest with
think
you.
I know this one.
Yeah, it's the truth because as well, even when she gave her reasoning why, it was nothing
Yeah.
to do with me. She said it was
This is
because she couldn't be friends with me because I was friends with this other person. And,
see, I
you
hate them
know,
ones.
nah, that like, I'm not going to lie, this was the year before I got married. So she was at my hen, no, she wasn't at my hen do. This was 2016. 2016
Yeah.
this happened.
You were
And
young.
yeah, but I still feel really like, it's something
Right.
that I still think about now.
You must have cared
You
about the
understand?
person.
No, but I think it depends. And I don't know, maybe, is it me and just not, and it's definitely not wanting to be liked because I always say, I'm nobody's mug, yeah, anymore. Anyway, as we've decided. I'm nobody's mug. You can't be everybody's cup of tea because you're not
Don't
a
mug.
mug, yeah?
Yeah.
So I
Don't
get
mug
it.
me off.
I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't mind not being liked by people, but
Yeah.
actually, when I'm painted, when a false narrative is given on maybe my character or something I've said has been
Yeah.
misinterpreted, then actually that does really stress me out.
You
That
know, I
does
can,
really,
I
really
can
stress me
imagine
out.
that because you pride yourself on who you are, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I can imagine if something is being said about you that isn't true, or isn't reflecting the true person that you are, it can be a bit frustrating. I remember when what's it again? Do you know what? Yeah, it's just I know this is off topic. But it's so good doing a podcast with like Shell because she knows nearly everything. Do you know what I mean? So even when
Well,
I don't even have to say the scenario. If I just say, remember when this happened, like you would,
yeah.
she knows. Like remember that thing, that big thing that happened, and then I was kind of like, what? You want to call me all of these things, but on social media you've been praising me, and
Yeah.
it just didn't. That hurt me
Married.
because yeah,
Yeah.
it did marry, and that kind of hurt me because it was a close person. Do you know what I mean? And
Mm.
it was kind of like raw. But for me again, I said do your worst because the people around were witnesses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I literally, sorry guys, just to let you lot know, yeah, we've got little Elijah in the studio with us today, yeah. So if you
Yeah,
hear
sorry
him
guys.
in the background, so
Just say
so
hi.
you lot can't say I don't promote working mums.
This slave driver, she made me come to work when his daddy was unwell and couldn't look after him. She made me bring him here. She made me drag him down early on a Saturday cold morning. Here's the evidence, guys.
The child is happy to be here. The child is happy to be here. Trust me. Yeah, he's living his best life. Yeah, I should I should give him some coffee.
Lies, leave
So
my baby alone.
so if you guys literally hear him, he's in the background. So pay no attention or pay attention, and be what's the word? Be encouraged. But you know, I
He's
don't know
really trying
if
to
your
shine now. Now
managers.
that you've mentioned him, he's really trying to shine.
Oh, now he's really coming through, isn't he? Bless him.
Yeah.
So Michelle obviously couldn't leave him home, so she had to bring him. And I love kids, as you know, on this podcast. Um,
Even Elijah laughed like, you're right.
you knew all the things I'd done. You knew my character, and the fact of the matter is, yeah, a number of people had seen everything because
Yeah, how it played out.
how it played out and all sorts. So when you went to, as they say in African proverbs, when you went to scatter my name and to
I was gonna say assassinate your character, but yeah, I like
yeah,
assassinate your name.
scatter my name to assassinate my character, yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't marry. It didn't make sense. And all the people were looking at you. Everybody was looking at you like, are you crazy? Because
Don't
it's the
make
same
sense. Yeah.
person that you're constantly bigging up, you're constantly saying this about, etc., etc. And this is why, Michelle, yeah, slightly off topic, but on topic here. I don't try to breed new brethren, yeah. And this goes back
Yeah.
to my role of I don't do that social media public display. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to have been through the trenches with me to a certain degree before I start to plaster you on my wall. Yeah, do you think I'm putting you? I didn't even put hardly anybody on my wall. Yeah, if I put people on my wall, it's all in a group of events. So, but to go and singly put somebody, I'm always like, listen, like that ain't gonna happen today.
Yeah.
So I don't know because people will change on you. People will
Yeah.
create stories about you that are not true, and then they will try to make you the villain in their story. And when you're asking them, so what changed? What happened? Yeah, come on, let's say the truth.
Yeah.
When I know I haven't been 100%, yeah, I just keep quiet. I'm just like, nah. But I just keep, yeah. I don't want no embarrassing stories, yeah. So I'll just
I
be
was gonna
like,
say, so have you ever? Because I know, and she actually listens to the podcast. I was not intentionally.
yeah,
I said something that hurt someone, and she's a really really good friend, but she told me straight away, and I just apologized. And it was something that said as a joke. Again, when banter becomes abuse, but it really really
I'm
hurt
glad,
her.
I'm glad Michelle said it herself. Yeah, like her banter is abusive. I'm
No,
glad
it's
you
not.
said
No.
it.
It was just maybe an inappropriate joke, a bit too close to home. I think that's what it
Okay.
was. But she
Yeah.
told me, I'm glad that she told me straight away, and we
Mm.
were able to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're a villain and you know that or when you've been painted as a villain and you know that you haven't actually done anything, that's the issue.
Yeah.
That's when you know actually that your heart was clean, there was nothing could be misconstrued. Have you ever been and this is what this girl did to me as well, she did it with she just ghosted
Yeah.
blocked me. I went to send, you know how I did it? I went to send her a joke. I went to send her something on Facebook back in the day.
I think you spoke about it. This girl
Oh
must have
my
really
God.
hurt you, Show, yeah, because you spoke
It
about
really
this girl
did. It
when
really
we had
did.
Janice and Bola on the podcast last week.
Oh,
You
did
spoke
is it? Oh, okay.
Wow,
So
that
anyway,
friend.
at least you know my stories are truthful and genuine.
you know what, Cheryl? Yeah, you will be that person at church. Yeah, you know them.
That will give that testimony.
This is gonna sound so bad. Yeah, but I'll just say
That will
it anyway.
what?
You
Go
be
on.
those wives that will be going to church to pray for their husbands to return home. God, Father God,
Ah,
bring him back home.
my husband would never be out in
Even,
those streets in
even when your
Jesus'
husband
name.
is trash. Babes, she blocked you from Facebook.
She
She blocked
blocked.
you
That's
from
how I found
life.
out that she wasn't talking to me. She didn't even say, "Oh, listen." She just. I went to send her. I went to tag her with something, and it was like, right, add friends. I'm like, what do you mean, add friends? Like, what do you mean? And then, yeah, man, it was terrible, man. It was terrible. So, what? You've never
Oh,
been ghosted in a friendship, no?
look, yeah, me. Why are you ghosting me? Where am I going? Yeah, you're ghosting me to just spite yourself. That's how I see it. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna ghost me and be happy in life.
Okay. Is that a prayer or a curse or a what is that?
No, it's not a curse. It's just a statement. Because, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, yeah, I'm not saying I'm, I'm golden or anything, yeah. But I'm saying to
Yeah,
you, when I'm friends with somebody, for me, it's a real thing. Do you understand
yeah,
what I mean? Yeah, it's like I'm giving 100%, maybe even more. Yeah, because I've always said I've just got love in me. Yeah,
yeah.
and I don't mind giving love if somebody is genuine. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but if you're gonna ghost me, it's something for your mental health. It's for your own well-being. You don't like something that I've done, and that's fine. And if you're not able to, like what you said about your friend that came to you and spoke to you about something you said
Yeah,
that offended them, yeah,
yeah,
you can resolve that. Yeah,
yeah.
but if she had come up to you and told you what you had done to like offend her, and your attitude was stoosh, whatever, that would have
Hmm.
been wrong on your part. Do you know what I mean? But
But that's
both of
about
you,
if I didn't rate the relationship. It's because I
yeah, if
value
you
the
didn't,
relationship.
yeah, because you value the relationship. But for me, if you've ghosted me, am I gonna miss you?
Do you want
Yeah.
closure? Do you not want closure if you've been ghosted?
Closure for who? The dinner table is full.
Oh, God, you're not Jesus. And the
I,
disciples.
no,
The last supper.
I'm not saying, but closure for who? Because it's you made your decision. And I've learned to respect people's decisions as I get older.
And you know
Yeah,
what? This is what Bono was saying, isn't it? This is what Bono was
yeah.
saying.
I've learned to
Yeah.
respect people's decisions as I get older, yeah. If I know, like you said, if I know in my heart of hearts, yeah, that I haven't done nothing wrong to you, yeah, and I can honestly stand upright and say, do you know what, yeah? There was something that happened at work, yeah. We were in a group, um, at work. I belong to a group of friends, a little bit older than me because sometimes work colleagues, work friends are older than you when you don't work in certain places. So we're in a group, and all of a sudden, one of the women started to act funny towards me, and we were friends. What I thought we were, yeah. And it
Mm.
bugged me. It bugged me. I was just like, right, what's wrong with say her name was Stella? I then started to just think about what was going on. Yeah, and it played on my mind because I'm just like, we used to talk, we used to share jokes. She would watch sometimes when every so often when I posted on that WhatsApp status, she would
Mm.
respond. I would ask her about her mum, my mum, because we had a lot of things in common. And then
Mm.
suddenly she stops communicating with me properly. I'm seeing her in the office. She's trying to say that she didn't see me. Sis, I'm not that
Wow.
black. Yeah. And
You're so silly.
and if I put the shades together, you're darker than me. Yeah. So I was like, okay, what's going on? And I came to a place or to a point where I was kind of like, look, listen, I'm not here for all of this. Yeah. If you don't have, I asked her like what was wrong, what's going on. She didn't want to say to me. Then I got to a place where I don't waste time. Yeah. I was like, it's fine. I've heard you. Remember I say to the listeners,
Yeah.
yeah, and I say to you all the time, yeah, read the letter through the envelope. You don't have to always open
Yeah.
an envelope to get the
Yeah.
we're sorry with regret, yeah. You've known
Mm.
when you see with regret at the top of it, you kind of like know what I've won. So I said what I said. She was still moving shady. Do you know what I did? I just went to my phone book and I just deleted her number. Tough luck.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
Why am I gonna punish myself and my mental health here over something that you're not able to bring up to me, yeah?
mm,
And whatever story you're telling everybody else, because you know what, one of our friends that's in the group actually pulled me on what was going on. She was like, "Well, you used to not really talk like that. I've noticed in the group there's a different atmosphere." And I said to her, "Look, here's my story. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know what gone, what breezy, but this person has been moving mad towards me for a reason unknown to me."
mm. And the
So
reality is that you tried. It's obviously it's always good. As much as sometimes you don't need closure, I think it's always good to try and find out, just to make
yeah,
sure that you haven't done something
yeah, yeah,
intentionally or unintentionally, should I say? So it's
yeah.
always good to try and find out. But the reality is you can't force it.
You can't force it. And if somebody doesn't want to tell you what you've done or what you haven't done, you let them be. Some stories itself, when you break it down, most of these heroes painting people as villains in their stories, it will be because of lack of communication.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're very right. Yeah,
yeah. It'll
yeah.
be lack of communication, lack of understanding. Yeah,
A
and
misunderstanding.
sometimes, yeah, it's a lot of misunderstanding, and sometimes as well, yeah, it's you both valuing the friendship at different levels
Mm.
or the relationship at different levels. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
don't get me wrong, yeah, I've got some people that are villains in my story, but I'm just like, look, yeah, I have to judge everything openly because it's kind of like, well, what was your intent? And I ask questions before I
Yeah,
go away.
yeah,
Before before I leave, I'm gonna start telling a story. I normally ask the questions to be like, if it's a valid friendship, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I would normally be like, okay, why did it go wrong? What happened? Were you offended with something I did? What's wrong? And if you don't want to tell me, it couldn't have been that deep. Get over it.
And I think that's it. It's about the values. Like, certain things are worth fighting for, but not everything is worth. Not all relationships are worth fighting for.
Nah,
Yeah,
because sometimes
yeah,
you see people's character and you're just like, you know what, yeah, God did me a
okay,
favor, you know?
yeah, it's okay.
And I think with these things, yeah, in relationships as well, like friendships, we've got to learn the seasons.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not
Some
everybody is meant to be in your life forever, man.
Yeah, some friendships, yeah, we're going till the end by God's grace, yeah. But
Mm.
sometimes, and if it's meant to be, and if somebody really valued you, and I always say this, yeah, and they did wrong to you, they will come back to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
life will make it that they come back round to you, and it's kind of like I say this to a lot of people. If you've done nothing wrong to a person, yeah, trust God, or for some people out there, trust the universe. Yeah,
Mm. Mm.
because it always circulates round, yeah. Because what I say to people, seasons change, yeah. Hear my analogy. You meet somebody or you're a friend with somebody and you're just their friend, yeah. No expectations. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. The only
Mm.
expectation you have is possibly honesty, trust, just the little things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because that's just normal. Well, I thought it was normal. Yeah. So that person gets the best of you as a friend. Does that make sense? Yeah. And
Yep.
then they do something to crush that relationship or to damage the relationship, and they are not, let's say, they're not repentant or they're not remorseful, or they're just proud in it because now they've got a firework up their bonnet. Do you know what I mean? And they're thinking they're the dog's dinner. Yeah. You let that go because it's not on you. Yeah. Let me tell you something. When the tables turn, when them seasons turn, and they remember the things you were doing before, they're gonna miss you
Mm.
more because remember your heart is clear. You
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you know they can walk away painting you a villain, but you gave them a lot more than they gave you possibly in these relationships. Yeah. So it's
And
kind of
you
like
know.
yeah, and you both know because
Mm.
for me, it's like I had a brethren that just like we were friends for life, yeah. And just one morning woke up and cut us off. There's a couple of us she cut off. like your friend who blocked you from Facebook and all sorts. Yeah, the thing about this particular friend, she wasn't trying to block me from any social media platform, so that's cool. And for me, it was kind of like it was like really like wow, we're close. Yeah,
Yeah.
fat families and stuff. Yeah, and there was no communication. The communication that was there was, I felt, was quite aggressive, quite brutal, and
Yeah.
it yeah, it wasn't nice to be honest with you, Shell. But again, because I know the kind of relationship, remember, I'm a yes person. Yeah, if I've got history with you, it makes a lot of difference for me
Yeah, definitely.
because we've been through some stuff,
Mm.
and if I haven't got 1 year that I've known you for 1 year, listen, we met in London. Take care. Yeah,
This same London.
yeah. Yeah, this yeah, like if you're a work colleague that never made it past a couple of listen, we met in Tower Hamlets, we met in Redbridge, yeah, we met in so and so, yeah. Take care, yeah. The industry is a small world.
Oh, it
Everybody be
really is.
blessed, yeah. But do you
Yeah.
know what I mean, yeah? So for me, if there's years on the relationship, and this is where it goes, yeah. If you respect the person, you won't even be trying to paint him as a villain in your story,
I promise you,
yeah.
that's what it all is. It's about respect, man.
If you respect the person, you
And
won't. Even,
integrity. Integrity.
ah, say the word again for the people in the
I
back to
like that
hear.
word, man. Integrity.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
for the
My
yeah for
mum
the
used
people
to
in the
say
back.
that. Yeah.
Your mum used to say that, yeah.
Yeah, about the importance of having integrity.
Of
Being
course,
able to stand. Say what I always say this. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
exactly. Don't do all
Yeah.
this like sorry for this word, yeah. P footing around, yeah, or just literally don't do the cut footing around, yeah.
Yeah. So charged you to try not to swear in front of my son.
I can't, yeah. I'm God man for a reason. God, you know.
Don't take
God,
the God out of the mom.
yeah, I can't be the people accusing me saying that I'm not a good Christian. That's somebody went and put that story. I was that's the show. I can't even tell the listeners too much, yeah. But anyway, they'll know. They'll know when
We'll
they hear
save
this
it.
shit.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
save it. But so for me, like you said, yeah, it's integrity. Yeah, it's really how much did you value that relationship? Because
Yeah.
again, and who are you telling that story to? I met somebody before. They told me a story about somebody they had dealt with in their past. Yeah, apparently this was the love of their life. But the things they told me about this person were horrible things. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like I couldn't meet somebody new, yeah, and tell him about somebody that I had been with or one of my friends. Does that make sense? That the relationship
Yeah.
ended, yeah, because they don't have a well balanced view of that
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
But whereas you can talk to me, say you can come and talk to me about Nicole. Not that it happens, yeah. But I know Nicole, yeah, and I know you lot's history. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you tell me something, I could be like, rah, show, that's not really how I view it. But
Mm.
if you now come and tell me, if you now go and tell somebody new, a new work colleague, about something's happened between you and they're gonna think Nicole's a mad woman. They're gonna think Nicole's this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
I'm painting it my way. Yeah. I'm gonna
yeah,
paint it a certain way. Yeah.
yeah, and there's no balance. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that person you're telling that story to hasn't had the experience of that person. So they're
Mm.
taking everything you're saying. And guys, let's be mature about the stories we hear about people. Yeah, especially if that person can't come to the court of life and bring a witness.
Defend themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
can't. They
always
can't.
say though, my mum. Well, no, I don't know if it's my mum, but I always say this as well that when someone's telling you a story, always think of the purpose why they're telling you a story. Is it
Yeah.
to slag this person off? Is it to make themselves look better? Is it
Yeah.
to, just general gossip? Because that's some people do that. But what's the purpose? What kind of light are they trying to paint this person in? Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's always a motive.
Yeah, I reckon.
Always
I
a motive.
reckon. I
Always a
reckon.
motive. But
100%.
what's the motive?
100%. 100%. Some people want you to feel sorry for them. Yeah. And this is why.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some people want you to feel sorry for them, and then when you get to know the person, you realize, no, 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 no,
Ah,
no, no, yeah. It wasn't that story that you told me that was the real thing. This is you, right? Yeah. And
This
that's
is
really
about
it.
our group, Jules. This is about our group. Hey, stay away, steer left, steer left.
Okay. Well, like I said at the beginning, yeah, I gave the disclaimer. If you think it's about you, then
Oh
it's
God.
possibly about you. But then again, between me and Michelle, how many people do we know? So, you know,
I know.
flip a coin and say if it's heads, it's you. If it's tails, it's not
They
you.
say if the
Yeah.
shoe fits it, I own what I say anyway. I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah.
can. I don't want to name names, but I will name names. If you think this is about
Nah.
you, I promise you, it is. I've said
Nah.
what I said. Yeah, I have.
Guys,
It is.
you can DM her and ask her, is it about me?
Yeah, tell me and I'll tell you. Yeah.
The saying that Michelle was trying to hit us with, if the shoe fits, then wear it well.
Then fit it,
Yeah,
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 correctly. Size it up.
yeah.
Mark on
If the
it,
shoe
everything,
fits, wear it
yeah.
well. Yeah. I think for me, it's one of those things where I know for a fact I'm gonna see you again. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you might see me and you want to duck and dive. Yeah, but you can
Mm.
do what you want to do. Actually, am I gonna see you again? Because the people that have normally tried to move med like that, we don't even frequent the same places.
Yeah. I haven't seen
So
that mate again. And I
yeah,
don't know, I just haven't seen
we
her.
don't, yeah,
What,
we don't frequent the same places,
5
and it's
years?
just
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just like, look, it's likely that I won't ever see you again. And like I said, I think I said it before. I've said it a couple of times. When I just look somebody off, yeah, I know what that means to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I know life is short and life
They
happens fast
yeah.
and life can change in a minute. And like for the listeners that don't know, I say that because like when my brother died, I realized that life comes at you fast. Yeah, 1 minute, an hour before he was fine, he was okay. The next minute he was dropped dead. There was nothing else. Yeah. So when I make a decision to just
Lots
back
of
away
stuff.
from somebody, I know exactly what I'm signing up to. I know that tomorrow I could open that Instagram page and it's an RIP. I know I can get that text through and it's an RIP. Yeah. So I know what I'm signing up to. And then I'm not saying it to say that I'm hard or whatever. So constantly, if I know I've done wrong and I value the relationship, you lot all know I'm religious, so I'm a person of faith here, and it's hurting me and I need to forgive and I need to forgive to move that relationship forward. I would you know, I want the relationship to move forward, yeah, but it's me who hasn't forgiven, it's me who's still angry. I would pray daily, personally, privately, for God to give me
Yeah.
like forgiveness, yeah, so that at least I can resolve that relationship to a certain degree. But that's if I care. If I don't care, take care. We met in London, no long thing. Basically, what I'm saying is, if I've done wrong to somebody, or if a relationship that I valued went left, and I know I've made that decision to be like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. But if I valid the relationship, yeah, I would pray to God every day to help me forgive, so that at least I can salvage a certain level of that relationship before I start to read the RIPs. Because if it's the RIP situation, I'm not going to be fake and try and come and bury you. No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be fake. I'm not that person that's going to be there. Oh my God, I love this so much. Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
when those, I don't even I find it so strange. When those things go around and, you know, when people be on social media, oh, condolences, da 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 da. I'll, not, this is going to sound so bad, yeah. I'll press like, not because I like it and the person's dead. But
God, you know.
yeah, because that you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean because it sounds like I'm
I get
pressing
it.
like. Yeah, because there's no obviously on Instagram there's no unlike button, is there? To be like this is a
There's no
sad thing.
emotion button.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
emotion button. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but the most I'll do is maybe just put you know that dove that flies on the emoji. That's it, and then I might kick
Oh,
back and I might kick back and have a drink with one of my friends that knew you and be like, right, take care. Like, but I'm not going to be doing the most. Yeah, so I'm not going to be fake and try and be like, oh my God, we're so good friends. Da, 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 da. Again, if I've known you for 6 months or a year and we met in this London and in the club and whatever, and again, it depends on like the level of friendship that we have and and how the relationship was. Do you know what I mean? Because there are those relationships that were just fun time friends. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the fun time is over, and that's okay. But just remember, just I'm gonna what I will do is I would always remember the goodness. So if I spoke about you to somebody, it will be
Mm.
somebody that knows you, yeah, so they can give balance, as opposed of going somewhere new and speaking bad of your name. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I think
The-
one of the things I've learned is that um, when someone does knock you off and try and paint you as that villain and maybe not give you the closure, I think you
yeah,
touched on it a little bit, but actually it's about them. It's about
yeah,
their coping mechanism. Like actually, there's not going to be much that you can do, and you have to. It took me a long time. I kept thinking, what can I do? What can I do? Let's talk about it. And actually, not for you to beg or try and change. It's to allow people to get through or make the decisions that they want to make. Like it's
yeah. And
okay.
to be
Yeah.
honest with you, yeah, go and do the most you want to do. Yeah, do what you want to do. Go and talk how you want to talk. Because at the end of the day, I always say to people, yeah, well, you're the mug for being my friend for that long.
You're so silly.
No, is it? No, but is it? Do you know what I mean? If I'm so bad, why didn't you
Yeah.
leave? You're the
You're
mug for
you're
being
the
for my
bug.
friend. Yeah, because we weren't married, were we? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, not
It wasn't
married.
by force. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not by
Yeah.
force. Da-da-da-da-da. So whatever you want to do, knock yourself out. And that's what I say. Them people that have you plastered on their Facebook wall, their Instagram wall, their whatever, whatever, and then now they want to be saying you're this, and the other.
Yeah.
How are you going to explain to the people around you that, oh, and this is what I said to you, Michelle, yeah, not everybody has to go up on the wall. Yeah, it has to be a long
Mm.
term friendship, a long term relationship, not even
But is it about
relationship.
length? Is it about length or is it not about
Look,
how is
yeah, Michelle, listen, me and you have known each other for how long? Since we were like 20, yeah? Like,
19?
yeah, 19, yeah, 19, which is about 19, yeah, 19, 20. So over the years, even up to last year, you were still learning things about me, yeah. But
Yeah.
and I was still learning things about you, even to this year. But at least we know the relationship is solid and it's certified. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been built over a number of years. Trust me, yeah. The first year we met, Shell, yeah, we met in September, as in was going into school. I mean, uni, right?
Yeah.
My birthday is in September. Did I invite you to my birthday party or my birthday celebration that year? No,
No.
because I didn't know you. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
classmate.
Yeah. I didn't know you like
Yeah,
that.
but by the time
Yeah.
we got to April in that coming year, me and you were friends now. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
felt like you could extend the birthday invite because it was even in an open environment. It was in a club or something, yeah, or some kind of
Yeah.
yeah, some place in Woolwich or something, yeah. But because we had at least
Shut
a couple
up.
of months, yeah, we KFC, you know it, yeah.
I know I'm gonna say someplace in Woolwich. I see that. I see that shade.
but it's kind of like we weren't like oh my god code is, but it was good enough for you to be like oh you can come to my birthday
But
and meet.
to be fair, no, I'm a bit different from you. So I know, for example, at my wedding, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it. At my wedding,
Yeah,
maybe the year of my wedding, I met someone
yeah,
at work, and we just
yeah.
got along. So remember at my hen do, and she was a bit. And then I
Hey,
learned. Yeah, do you remember?
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's
So that's
exactly
the
what I'm
difference
talking
between
about.
me and you. I'm a
Let
bit
me tell the
fast, but
story. Let me tell the story. Michelle brought this person, work colleagues. This is what I say to you guys, yeah. Work colleagues are not friends, yeah. They've got to have done the length of time, yeah. You first go to lunch, you first go to dinner, you first meet them in
oh,
their
did I?
environments, yeah. Tell your story, Shell boy. The difference between me and you.
So the difference between me and you, yeah, and I think I just get excited. I'm a lover, and I think I just really, and you're social as well.
I'm
But maybe
very
I'm a bit fast.
social.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're fast.
So I met definitely social. Like I said, you're social as well.
Yeah.
We got along really, really well. I flip it, and I do still, she's a really funny, excellent person. Randomly, I found that she went to the same primary school as my husband, as Dan. So either way, party, we went out a couple of times, but I invited her to my hen do, which was in Marbella. So she came to Marbella, and let's just say, I don't know, how do things go in Marbella, Shil?
Well, I'm just telling you now, yeah. All I know is, yeah, Michelle did. I don't know if Michelle learnt from that particular time, yeah. But what I know, and people
I
think
don't
I'm
think I did,
crazy.
because remember when we went to Ibiza?
Yeah, again, yeah.
I keep
People
on
think
making the same mistake.
listen, it's an R&B love song. I keep saying to people, like, I'm protective of my friends, yeah. As much as I have loads of people around me, yeah, I'm protective of my core friendships.
You're mindful, yeah.
I'm proper mindful about people and how
Who you
people
bring
will blend.
around.
So who I bring around, etc., etc. So even if you've been rocking with me and you don't make it out with me and my friends, it's because you're not certified. Yeah, you're a bit mad in the head. And I don't want to expose my friends. This, oh yeah. No, when I say mad in the head, I don't mean it like I just mean you move.
Yeah.
I just move you move differently, yeah, and it's fine to move differently.
They're not certified.
Yeah, you're not certified.
All your friends are gonna start ringing you up, Sheila. Say, why wasn't I at your birthday dinner? What are you gonna
say? You must have been there on Friday then, because it went out on a Friday. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, will I rent the whole restaurant out? I can't. Yeah, that costs money.
No.
Yeah. But then anyway, yeah. So what I normally do is I would build my relationship with the person away from my friends. Yeah, so that when I bring that person into my friendship circle, it's making sense. And what I would normally do is I would but I will introduce that person to at least one or two people away from the group. So that when they come into the group, they already have an attachment, or like at least they already have an attachment or a relationship with maybe one or two people, yeah, and they've kind of like felt how we behave, if that makes sense. How we roll, how we are, because sometimes you might, this is a really crap example, yeah. You might bring somebody into the fold and they don't pay for cabs, they don't share cab fare, yeah, and you're like. Like, listen, we normally just split the bill at the end of it, and then they're like, nah, mate, yeah, I'm only traveling 1.5 miles, so my journey is 50p, yeah. Or they're the sort, when they get out of the cab and you might have paid 25p more extra, they'll text you and say, can you transfer that 25p to my account, please? So I'm watching all these little characters before I bring you around my people. Because you know what? I don't want you to be looked upon as a bad person, but sometimes you're just not gonna cut it. We can be friends that go to Greg's.
Yeah. Greg's, did you say?
Yeah.
Keep taking a piss.
Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah, I've never ever said no to a cappuccino from Greg's. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, with a baked bean, sausage, plastic food thing. I'll have it. Yeah. But, so me and Michelle are different because as much as I have a lot of people around me, and my friends will always accuse me of having new friends or whatever, it takes me a very, very long time, yeah, to actually say, randomly, when people that say, let's go on holiday, what's holiday to where? Yeah. Where?
That's me.
I'm just like, yeah, like what? I always say things like, let's just have a little lunch. I remember like I had like a work colleague here, always wanted to do things with me, and I was like, nah, you know what? Yeah, we can just go for dinner after work here. There's a lot of restaurants here. Yeah. Or let's just go and have lunch. Because for me, it ain't that.
Yeah.
I promise you, yeah.
In my
whole working career, yeah, I've only ever walked away. When I say work friend that is in my family that is near enough my age, yeah. Forget like the aunties that you make at work, in it, yeah, because
Yeah.
they're just lovely, yeah. They're just lovely, and they look after you, and they always ask, "How's mom? How's God doing?" Yeah, like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
mum's alright. Thanks for asking." And they look out for you, yeah, because it is that. And most times you're the same age as their daughters or their sons, really. But they're cool. I'll eat their jollof and they'll be like, "Oh, thanks, Auntie, I appreciate it." Yeah. And they invite me to their prayer programs all the time. And I might even attend because you know what? Yeah, it's what they like. Yeah. But,
Mm.
but it's when these young ones want to say, "Let's go on holiday." And I'm like, I got my mates already that I holiday with, love. Yeah. Until we become certified friends. Yeah, where I know your
Yeah.
character, where you've been around my friends, and my friends can actually pinpoint you out by name and they know your character. They'll be like, "Oh, cool." But nah, Michelle wants you to come on holiday.
So
Yeah,
after my hairdo, again, but you didn't stop me from doing. Actually, we did have conversations about Adipa. We did the same
yeah,
thing
yeah,
in what 2019.
yeah, no, we
Yeah.
had a conversation about Ibiza, but that wasn't really down to us. Yeah, but again, it's one of those things where know who you're bringing and then just let it go. But Michelle
Yeah.
Michelle never does that. But anyway, not going
I
off
never.
topic, guys, yeah? Literally, has anybody ever painted you as a villain in their stories? Yeah? Because
Mm,
at the end of the day, yeah, were you really a villain? I want to know. And just be honest
that's
with
what you
me,
need to.
yeah?
Yeah. Be
Yeah,
honest with
be honest.
yourself.
Be honest with yourself. Were you really the villain? Because I'm telling you now, guys, yeah, I think I'm humble enough. There is a relationship. There is a relationship that I've been in where we're both as bad as each other. Does that make sense?
This
Yeah.
is about
So
friendship. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
because I cast everything because like under one umbrella. Yeah. So it's
Hmm.
kind of like everybody was as bad as each other, and it's like even when you came down to it, it was like I did this, I did that. I'm really sorry. So it was easy to mend. Yeah, and it was like
Hmm.
cool. And I think there was such a huge respect over it all that you was able to move on. And again, like I
Hmm.
said before, we had time.
On our hands. Yeah. You had that
We had
foundation.
yeah, we had time on our hands, but we had history. Yeah, we had history on our side. But like I said, if I met you in London 6 months ago, if I met you in Tower Hamlets in Redbridge, and I've been working there for 3 months, listen, nice meeting you. You can, yeah.
I feel sorry for all your ex-work friends. You know, that is listening to this thinking, it really makes
No,
you disposable like this.
no, it's not. If we continue being friends, it's lovely. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And
Yeah.
to make friends and to make good relationships, it's a lovely thing. But I will not go away speaking badly of somebody that I've worked with because that relationship didn't work out. Because you know
Mm,
what? It's cool. We don't have to see each other again. I
yeah.
keep saying it. We don't frequent the same places. We don't have the same friends in common.
Yeah. It's really not that
So,
deep. Yeah.
so, what is the purpose of you going to this to portray me as a villain in your story? Now, it's the people that we're close to, yeah, that I'm most concerned about. People that you call friends, people that you call family, people that you might call lovers, yeah. However, you're a mug because if they were that bad, why were you with them for that long? So, some.
So blunt, so sharp. You're a mug.
So sometimes, yeah, just cut your losses and
Yeah.
talk to the person who can give you balance in that relationship
Yeah.
and just be like, you know what, take your loss in it because
Okay.
you win some,
Yeah.
you lose some. That's the name of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah. So guys, as you start your coffee day, your Saturday, sometimes be your own hero in your own story. Yeah.
That's it, man. In your own story, you can be whatever
Yeah,
you want.
yeah.
That's
In your
it.
own story, be your own hero. Like I said, if they lost you, it's their loss. And if you really believe that, yeah, you have to be honest with yourself as well.
Yeah.
Because
Don't be a
can you,
villain and try and paint yourself as a hero, okay?
yeah, be honest, yeah. Like some friends are better off without you.
Yeah.
And normally it's normally telling, yeah, on how the person is after they leave you. Yeah. And
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's the coreness of it. And let me tell you something, yeah. Some people can never be really, really honest to how they feel. And
Mm.
this is why. some when it's a real friendship or a real relationship, yeah, the person has no problem saying that I'm heartbroken over this, man.
That's
Like,
me.
um,
Yeah,
yeah, and as hard as I am, I've got no problem saying to somebody that's hurt me, like I'm really hurt about this. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that will always show you that I genuinely cared about you. But since
yeah,
you tried to do me dirty, deuces, Chris Brown. Yeah, bye. Yeah, Shell, let the people know what you're thinking.
yeah. That's it, man. Like I said, it's okay. Like I always say, that you can't be everyone's cup of tea. You understand that it's not about trying to, be everyone's friend. Closure is nice, but accept that actually you're not always going to get closure.
You're
Because
not.
that's on them, their coping mechanism. That's how they felt that they could handle it, and unfortunately, it might not be acceptable to you. But sometimes in life, you just cut your losses, you keep it moving. Everything happens
Cut
for a
your
reason.
losses. Cut your losses. And you villains, if the shoe fits, wear it well. Yeah. I don't care if it's Prada, Sprada, Arada, Tarada. Just to wear your shoe well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wear it
If
well,
it's
man.
fitting, yeah. And those of you who are heroes, you know what? Go and find yourself a superwoman or a superman, yeah, and be your own heroes together. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Because
man.
not everyone's gonna understand you, and it's fine. Like Michelle just said so beautifully, not everybody's gonna appreciate your friendship. Not everyone's gonna appreciate your love. Not everyone's gonna see
Yeah.
the value of it until it's gone. Actually, because I
Yep,
guarantee
yep,
you,
yep.
the people that have walked away from you wanted to come back, but they couldn't because they know what really happened. Yeah, but
Mm.
me, I'm nobody's mug. So if
Don't
you
be a
walk,
mug, as Sheila's always
yeah,
saying. Don't be a mug.
don't be a mug. If you walked away from a good thing, it's because you thought there was something else better out there. And all I can say to you is, I hope what you went looking for, if you left thinking there was a better option or a good thing out there, hopefully you found it. But from the sayings that we know, the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah. But Shell, I need to go. You need to get out of here. I think
Yeah,
Elijah's actually falling asleep. Bless
I
him.
know. Thank God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's actually falling asleep, guys. Yeah, we talked him to his sleep.
Our soothing voices. Crop, crop.
Even though we're laughing loud. Bless him, he's so good. He's so good. But guys, have a great Saturday. This has been a little bit of a quick one. And the reason why this topic came up because Michelle came here feeling hot on her head. So I said, let's discuss this one. Yeah. She was
It's not on
still
the head, but this is all therapeutic for me. This is very, very therapeutic for me. But
she
it's
was
good. I'm not
worried
the
about
only one
the
that's
person
been
that
through this.
blocked her 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
I know, right? Tell me about it.
Look, if you
Tell me
if you block
about
me
it.
today, I won't even be asking for friend requests. So
You can't even block you. You're not on the socials like that.
yeah, it's true.
You wouldn't
If
even
you
know.
block me, it might take me 1 week to realize
I was
because
gonna say, let her know. Let me know that you blocked me.
yeah, if you block me, it might take me a while to realize. But that means I can't press like on your pictures, and people like likes. All
Right.
right, guys, we're calling it a day. Have a good Saturday and enjoy your weekend,
Yeah.
whatever you're
Take care,
doing.
guys.
Take care. Bye.